What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna show those of you that have applied for jobs or are looking for jobs what type of jar you can, well, actually bottle. It's a bottle spell. So I'm gonna show you what type of herbs you can work with, because many of you cannot even get an interview. So you want to be able to obtain a job interview, and many of you already went to the interview and you want that job. So you know, sometimes you feel like you got the job, but it's like, do I really have it? Is he really just being nice? The interview went well. When they really say, I'm going to call you, honestly, in my opinion, you don't have the job. Oh, we'll call you. When you are going to be hired for a job, a lot of times they will hire you right on the spot. Like they like you. Or it's an automatic. I do know some jobs that they like to hire a few people, and they go through the whole week, and then they make their decision at the end. But I feel like the most successful of those interviews is the eye contact that they give you in the end. And you don't want to hear them say, we'll call you, because I feel like that right there means that we won't call you. But let's get into the spell. I have some incense rope burning right now, and many of you, I showed you guys what it looks like. Many of you have been ordering them. They smell so damn good. Right now I have the nag champa just to calm the area, just to create some good energy, and just for like meditation, and just to get me into the mood to working the spell. Any of you that are working spells, I recommend you to light up some incense. This is what it looks like. And I have about 3 going, and I really don't care too less to have it burning on the wood. It's not like, that's what I use it for, so it's okay. But for those of you probably use your incense pots and bowls, but I like putting my incense on there, and it's okay if it burns, because I'll probably just keep putting more on top of there. But it creates such a good move. I smoked out the bottle already, and the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to apply between 7 to 9 herbs into the bottle. I'm going to put a little funnel in there so everything can fit in, and then I'll walk you through it, and then I'll tell you after I put all the herbs in what you need to add in after. You're gonna need to add in your essence into the jar. So we're gonna add in some honey grains, and those are great for sweetening up every single type of situation. It's great for influence jars as well. If I have the herb, I have the powder. And if you have the herb, and you can get one of those grinders, they look like the weed grinder things, but you want to get one that's really fine so that you can crush it up really good, and you can use the powder at the bottom. You can use those to make your powders and different things like that when you want to lay tricks, because laying tricks when you go into job interviews is great as well. And I discussed that with you guys. You can go into the bathroom, you could drop a little bit of it when you're sitting at the desk with them and stuff like that. You could put the powder at the bottom of your shoe and walk in and track that through there. There's a bunch of different things you can do to lay tricks. So that's another video, but you always want to make sure when you're preparing a jar that you're really precise, or bottle, or anything, any kind of spell dealing with work, that you're really kind of precise on what you want the outcome to be. And for this particular situation, you want to be favored. You want to be favored. You want them to be sweet to you. You want them to just 100% want you for that position. And it's really important sometimes, I believe, to just stick to what you want. Don't go overboard and ask for more than what you need. May I be favored for this position? May they like me? May they want me? You can write your social security number on the petition as well, because that's what they're going to pull up. That's what they're going to use when they, doing different stuff like that, putting you in the system and whatnot. And if you have a situation where you feel like the law may come up in a background check, you have to work with the law stay away candles, blue candles, and you want to work with those to be overlooked. You can use my look me over oil, and you can work with law stay away oil, and combine those, working on them between, I say, 14 to 21 days before you even start putting in, because you don't want to give no one the opportunity to see anything that may pop up in your background that could discriminate you from actually getting that job. So make sure that you work around all of those angles before you work this jar. Like I tell you all the time, cleanse your body, do at least a 7-day bath, and when you do your 7-day bath, cleansing yourself on the first night and the last night. I want you to take that bath water after you've bathed in it, put it in like a small bottle of water, you know, the mini ones. Soak it all up in there after you've done bathing. Save those 2 bottles, and then I want you to go pour them at an old tree, just like the oldest tree you could find far away from your house. Pour it in there and ask the tree to cleanse away and soak up all and any negativity in your body, and ask the tree to remove it and to help you to grow, you know, new stems in your life. And ask the tree, when its new stems to grow, may your new stems grow. As you release it, it's okay to pour the water in there. It's not harmful. All of my herbs that I use, like 90% of them, you can drink and make teas and make creams and make all different types of facial stuff. Different, like, you know, but so it's safe. Because I know a lot of you are going to come out, oh my God, don't put it on the tree. Relax, okay? When you do that bath and you're ready, you're setting your bottles up and you got your everything that you need, I want you to make that petition first. I want you to think about it. I don't care how many times you go through it. If it doesn't feel like, rip it up. Get a piece of white paper, you know, the computer paper that they sell in Walmart, those big packs. Those white papers are perfect, clean white paper. If not, then you could go to Dollar Tree and they sell the brown bags, like 50 or 25 in a pack for like $1. And you can use that. I prefer white paper in it. I mean, I'm not really like, it doesn't really matter to me, brown or white, when I'm doing certain things. But for this particular situation, I prefer white for the bottle, nice and clean and pure. Folding the paper towards you, wrapping it up with some green, let me see what it's called. It's like twine. They sell that, and like you could get that like anywhere. And put that petition in first. So now the first things we're going to do is add in some 5-finger grass. I don't think the 5 finger is going to go in there because it's so thick. But I'll show you what it looks like. Right? Now the 5 finger is great for grasping things, for helping your hands and or the person that you need, the influencer, the one you need to be favor you, to doing those things. So typing up your name, hiring you, calling you on the phone, everything that their hands can do, possibly, you want. You want them to do it. The 5-finger grass is great for money. The 5-finger grass is great for drawing in and getting favors done, for getting people wrapped up around you. 5-finger can be used to fuck people up too. You know, to break up people, to destroy them. I mean, so don't get twisted on 5-finger. 5-finger will do all the fuck that it can. It will tear you up. So as good as you may use it for something, there are many herbs that can be used for, I won't say bad, because I feel like if you have to hex someone, curse someone, jinx someone, break someone up, I always tell you to be, you know, justifiable in your actions. So if you feel like you have to use it, it can help you to justifiably get whatever you need. I won't say bad, because to me, I may feel like, you know what, you deserve this because of what you have done. Now, somebody else looking at it may say, oh, that's bad, don't do that. Shut up. You don't know what people need to do, and you don't know why people need to do it. It just needs to be done, and they get it done. You're not in their shoes. So a lot of people, fuck it, they just judge you based on whatever they want to say, and you gotta just take that out of your head. Whenever you're working on anything, just work it and do it. Don't let nobody's ignorance get in your way. Don't let anybody try to stop you from creating your success. 5-finger grass is great. Sassafras is wonderful for pulling money in. What I like to use with sassafras is the roots. It's really good to use the roots. Now I'm going to use some of the herbs as well. So that's 2 herbs we have there. Bayberry is great. B-A-Y. B-A-Y. Barberry is used to block out things, to bar your enemies, to stop them, to stop certain situations from coming in. So B-A-Y. Bayberry is great for money. I have some of it here. You're probably not going to be able to see it there. I'm going to drop it right into the bottle. Okay. And another wonderful herb is, well, it's not a, it's grains of paradise. It's more like a seed. Oh my God, this is so good. This is another herb that's great for getting you money, steady work, holding on to a job, and if you need to justifiably get what you want, grains of paradise are great for cursing people and fucking them up. Oh yeah, fucking them up real good. really well. I'm going to add in my honey grain, which is great for sweetening, influencing, just getting what you want. Okay, so how many herbs we have there? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 already. It's really important that you add in your devil's shoestring. Like, I want to make a whole video on this. This is like by far one of the greatest herbs. I feel like every single witch, whatever you want to call yourself spiritually, should have. And devil's shoestring is great for stopping your enemies wherever the fuck they coming from, tripping them up, stopping them in their tracks. It's great for gambling as well. I'm going to show you a great gambling bottle spell. It's also great for protection. Like, it's great for getting jobs. Like, this is like some good shit. Okay? And they're really long. And they, you know, they grow, the roots, it's a root, it grows out of the ground. And it's like, oh my God, can you get any better? And I know you hear devil and you think it's bad, but no, it's good. It's good. Just like you see sometimes the devil's card, a lot of you guys see that. It all depends on what's going on in that person's situation when the devil card comes up. But the devil card sometimes doesn't necessarily mean, oh, it's something bad and mischievous going on. Sometimes the devil card, you know, when you pull the devil card, sometimes it just shows the actions that are going on, depending on the other cards around it. But the devil card, period, it's like a lot of times when I pull the devil card, the client has a lot of addictions going on in their life, things they can't control, lack of control, things that they have binded themselves to. They enjoy it. They like it. Smoking a lot, drinking a lot, sex, cheating, just being a wild. I feel like the devil's card is a wild card. And, you know, I've been doing readings for such a long time, and every single time I pull it, it indicates a different thing because the person is different. But whenever you hear devil's shoestring, it depends what you want to do with it. You can do so much with it. And it's just like a must-have herb in your life. You can use this for in your protection spells, in your protection oils. It's just like a beautiful herb to have. I'm so in love with devil's shoestring. I'm really happy that I have it. It's just like a really... I love this herb. I really do. I love herbs, period. But I mean, I could tell you guys all different types of herbs and stuff and do videos for days on herbs. But this is by far one of the best herbs. I really love it. I really do. Okay? I'm going to add in the rest of the herbs later on. And then, so far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I haven't even added in this one yet. I think I'm gonna go with the Solomon seal because I need to have that success in the spell generally. See, a lot of you work your spells and it's like you don't want longevity. It's like you don't want to have that success that you really, really need to continuously move forward. You want the financial security, you want the financial stability, you want that longevity, you want the success and the abundance to be able to pull in. A lot of you are doing wealthy way spells, you're not working, and you're like, oh, I'm not getting wealthy. Ignore the noise. Every time I come home and open my windows, it's like a flood of noise just pouring in. Everybody just wants to yell, and I don't know. But a lot of you just, I feel like when you do spells, you have to be determined to keep them going. You want it to continue. A lot of you do spells and they fall off, and that's because you're not strong enough, and or because you continuously let the blockages keep coming in. And then a lot of you keep getting yourself dirty, getting involved in other people's gossip and their bullshit. You don't want to get involved in that. You don't need to get involved in that, but I feel like you still do. You find a way to do it. So Solomon's seal is great for just passing things, getting through them, just getting over that hurdle, that bump. It's great for exams too as well, but it's great for like opening your roads. It's great for prosperity and helping you to have things stick to you. So I have 7 herbs here already. I'm going to just add in a little bit of money confetti because, you know, it's for a job and you want to get the job. Just a little bit of money confetti in there, which is great for your bottle spells. Now, here is where things are going to switch up, and here is what you're going to do. So pay close attention. I'm going to repeat the herbs one more time for you, and Okay, so we have grains of paradise or guinea peppers, same thing. You have the honey grains, you have the devil's shoestring, Solomon seal, five finger grass. Then I added in the bayberry root, the chips, the little chips I added in there. I added in some sassafras, so that's 7 herbs, and then I added in a little bit of money, confetti. Now here's what you're gonna do. I want you to, after you've prepared yourself and did your cleansing and everything, that following week now during the new moon, what I want you to do is start taking a sweet bath. So you take your sweet bath. Some people take sweet baths for 21 days straight, like they're real heavy into it, and it's a great way to sweeten yourself, along with putting yourself in a honey jar, a general honey jar, to sweeten every single thing possible in your life. And for those of you that just want to do something simple, you can add some honey and patchouli and your name and your petition, your fingernails and your hair in a jar, and that's all you will need for that. And that patchouli will help you to bring in money, love, friendship, work, bringing in a lot of things to you. Patchouli is great for bringing things to you. It's also a herb that can be used to stop curses and jinxes and hexes. It could be used for that too. So that's just a bit of information all in this video. So after you're starting your sweetening, you probably, let's say you do 7 days. You may say, you know what, I'll do 7 days. Now on day 7, I want you to get some of that bath water. You need the essence of yourself. You're going to soak. If you cannot soak into the water and you're going to be doing, you have like a shower. I showed you guys how to do your sweet baths. I showed you how to cleanse. So if you're cleansing from neck down, and if you're bringing something in from feet up, so you pour in the water and rub it in on your body from your feet all the way up to your neck. That's how you take a sweet bath, pouring it up if you're using a bucket in the shower. But if you're in the tub, you can soak in it. And you still can rub upwards, praying for the things you want. Get all personal in it. You don't have to use no petitions for your bath. You're praying to draw in for sweetness, for love, for this job, every single thing. Just you're pouring your heart into it. And I want you to take some of that bath water and I want you to fill it up, possibly to here. It needs your essence in here. And then what you can do, you can add just a little bit of honey. Just a little bit. I don't want that honey to thicken up the herbs at the bottom and they get real sticky and then really hard, and then you can't do nothing with them. No, I want you to add that bath water in. So on day 7, you pour that water in, okay? If you're going to do 21 days, then you do it on the last day, the 21st day. But you need to make sure that you get the water. If you have a shower, this is what I forgot to say. If you have a shower, what I do recommend then is getting a bucket and soaking your body, like your feet and stuff, into the water. After you can do it, what you can do, a lot of you, after you've taken your regular bath with the soap and your body wash that you like, is then start taking your bath. Let your body air out. Wear light colored clothing. I prefer white, but sometimes a lot of you don't have all white. Just to sleep good and clear and to just help draw in the good and positive energies. When you start working on yourself, ladies, stop wearing those dark colored scarves. No black scarves. Get rid of them. You don't want to bring in any negativity to your mind, your head, and your thoughts, and any blockages. It's a great way as well for negative people, envious people, jealous people to try to send negative things to you and they'll stick in your mind. So white or no scarf at all. If you're going to wear your silk wraps on your hair at night or your bonnets, white, light colors. Don't go too dark. Like no black, no heavy dark purple. It could be a light purple, but you just want to keep yourself nice and clean and clear. After you've made this, then there's a few things that you're going to do. You're going to use my favors oil, you're going to use my influence oil, and you're going to use my come to me oil. Because you want to influence and create favor among that hiring manager, that boss, that whole job overall. On your petition, make sure that you write down the name of the job. You must. Unless you are just looking for any job and you really don't care. Then that's a different situation. That's a different thing. Then you don't have to even put that down. I think a general petition should be made for those of you that are looking to find another job, if you have one already, and or for those of you that are looking for new employment, period. Asking for a favorable outcome in the interviews, asking to be sweetened, to be overlooked, to be wanted, to be liked. All of that should be applied into your general petition because you don't know what job is going to hire you. You don't know when you're going to get an interview. So you want to put that all out there before you start doing anything. A lot of you like to wait till the last minute, and I do not recommend it. I honestly don't. I prefer working on something way before it comes to, before you want it. If you're trying to work on something that same week, a couple of days before, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's very rare that you're going to see something take 360 action if you decide to work it 2 days ahead of time. Some people are good, some people are real good, but 24, 48-hour turnaround, not all the time. Not all the time. You have to have been working on that situation for a very long time. And then you decide, you know what, bam, let me work this spell. And you switch it up. And then guess what, bam, things turn around. Things change for you. But for many of you that are, impatient, magic is not going to do anything for you. A lot of you are stuck, I don't know in what world when it comes to magic, but it's like you don't know what it is. You just want it done. You just feel, I want it. Let me get it done. Nothing about it. A lot of you don't know what a reading is. And it's like you're stuck in another realm. And if you're that type of person where you know nothing, then maybe you shouldn't do it, because you'll mess yourself up. Because I know automatically a lot of you are going to come and tell me, oh, what should I do? How many times should I do it? Do it as many times as you want. I do not control your spells. When you work things at home, you control that. Once you've bottled up everything, now what you're going to do for the next couple of days, along with working with green candles, yellow candles, and even some red, you're going to work a spell around the jar. You're going to shake this jar up. Try not to fill it all the way up, because you need to be able to shake everything. And if you fill it all the way up, it's not going to shake good. I want you to shake this job into your life. I want you to shake everything up. You're shaking up and bringing forth the favors that you need. This is why you need the essence of your body and a bit of honey. Don't go overboard and start trying to add in a whole bunch of honey, and then it's so thick, all the herbs is not really doing nothing and not moving well, and then nothing is working inside of the jar as far as being able to, go around and move around. You want to move things. You want to turn things in your direction, basically. And when you work a bottle spell, I do recommend that you keep yourself protected, and you can work with my spell protection powder, which is great. You can put 9 white spell protection candles around the bottle along with the powder, and then you can work with the colored candles inside. And you'll work with the yellow influence red you can use for come to me and fast luck combined, because a lot of you lack luck, period. And then the green ones, you're going to use favors, and then you can use my work oil. Create a heavy spell. Work it every single day if you have to, until you get called. Now, if you work it for 3 days and then you're like, oh, I didn't see nothing happen, you're the one with that problem. You're rushing yourself. See, a lot of you message me and tell me, oh, how many days you think it's going to take for me to see results? I don't know shit about your situation. You haven't ordered a reading. You don't even have an order, but yet you want me to tell you when you're going to see results. I cannot tell you that. And like I told you guys many, many times, results, everybody differs when it comes to the spiritual work. Yes, the spiritual workers play at least, I'll say 75 to 80% in pushing that spell, especially if you're good at what you do. You play an important role. That other 20-25% when it comes to what day is going to happen, what time is going to happen, and when it's going to happen, period, the spirits control that. All of that is controlled by them. Because a lot of you, I think, feel like the spiritual worker controls the day and when you're going to see that result. A lot of you are impatient. You are looking at the 3-3-3 rule. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Some people see things quicker than that. And sometimes spells take further along to push. Because there's so many different things that are trying to get through the way to get you what you want. And you may be picking up a little bit of shit here, a little bit of shit there, blocking yourself in between the way, getting cursed up in between the way. Shit gotta travel, shit gotta move, shit takes time to move. I don't think a lot of you are in it for the longevity. You just want short-term work. You want short-term results, short-term spells, and that's why you have short-term shit happening in your life. So you'll work a spell, probably just, want to know when is going to happen, when is going to happen, and that shit just dies out even before it can even get anywhere. You gotta be really patient with yourself when you are working a spell. A lot of you are not going to be able to work the spells. That's given. A lot of you don't have that in you. You don't have the structure. You don't have the tranquility. You do not have it in your hands. You don't have the magic to do it. But for the majority of you that can get it done, do it and take your time and don't worry. If you're going to work it for 9 days, work it for 9 days. Keep your bottle. What you can do with the wax that's left over, you can bury it in a flower pot in your house. Put some dirt on top of it and try to get some seeds. Any kind of seeds that you desire to see what's going to start growing. Put the wax all the way at the bottom. The wax is not going to affect the way the plant grows or whatever you're going to put inside of that pot at all. So for those of you that are going to ask that, I just answered it. I told you each and every herb. I told you what color candles. I told you what color oils. That's my website. That's my email address. And you can purchase the items, the powders, the spell protection at my website. I've given you detailed instructions on how to work the jar, what water to put it in, what to do before, after, and during. So I really, really hope that many of you get the message, and I hope a lot of you can create a favorable outcome into getting the job done so that you can get that job. A lot of you want to be promoted. So if you want to be promoted, work it the same way, and guess what? Add some boss fix around it. Do not put any candles on top of it. I prefer you work it in a bottle, okay? If you need a bottle, you can just purchase a plain bottle from me if you need to. I can do that for you. Because a lot of you are going to say, Majichan, can I get a jar, a baby food container? No, I want you to get something clean, okay? Majichan says to get something clean. You don't want nothing that's been sitting in, hot sauce and ketchup. No, get something clean. You want to work with clean things. Don't use anything that's going to have that smell. See, a lot of bottles you can work with and they won't leave a scent at all. But for your money and employment and stuff like that, I want you to just work it clean. As you begin to work, you're going to use used bottles. You may even have a favorite bottle that you like using and different things like that. But if it doesn't leave a scent in it at all, but I just feel like if you're going to do something like a little different than as far as drawing and love and stuff like that, I feel it's okay. Like say you take like a apple juice bottle, say you take some kind of jar that had hot sauce in it and stuff like that. Those would be great for doing destruction, breakup, separation, stay away, go away, vanishing. Because you got some shit in it already. You got some energy of heat and different stuff. So that'd be good. But for starting something new and fresh, I prefer you working something clean. And I hope that you can get your baths done first before you do it. And I hope you can do your sweet baths. Sweet baths, I sell them as well at my website. I practically sell every single thing you can imagine. So if you like it, you can just look at the den and see what you like. See if there's anything there that you may prefer. If you don't see it, you just email me in the subject, custom items or custom order, and you tell me what you want, and I make it. And I really hope that, you guys enjoy the video. I hope I've discussed every single thing, results and time frame, and how to work it, when to work it. You can work it as long as you need to. Some of my clients are doing 14 days with their bottles. And then they give themselves a time to rest. They work it from the start of the new moon to the end of it. And if it's not the new moon, you can work it during the waning moon. It's okay. Work it at a certain time of the day. If you are home at a certain time, like say you get home like around 5 o'clock, you see that clock hand going up, you want to move things up, you can work it around that time. 6 o'clock is a great time. 7 o'clock is a great time. I do a lot of spells around 8. Sometimes I need to do spells at 9 o'clock. It just all depends on my energy, the mood, the tranquility around me. That's why I love burning incense and just try to just take some time and meditate so that you can remove negativity. Because people, let me tell you something. When you are creating your success and building it, there's going to be people trying to come in and trying to feed off of you. They're going to try to knock you out of balance. They're going to try to distract you so that you don't get there. Don't be distracted. Just stay focused. Keep your blockbusters going all the time to kick that energy out. You may feel angry. People may say shit to you. People may try to use you. People may be just clout chasing on a consistent basis, all for you and your brand. But guess what? Fuck them. Keep doing what you're doing. Build yourself. Build your brand. Build your name. Because you got to remember, they can't do what you do. They can't take what you have. They're going to try, but they will not. They will not. And when worse come to worse, freeze that motherfucker up. They will feel. I hope you like, subscribe, and stay blessed, guys.